The Texans kick team as they send this underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Houston defense we watch as they get set to go. An interception pulled in the last time. That turned into 6 points.
You think Daniel will not the offense? You want to go to they want to see if they can do it again. They're putting together an entire team game.
The interception the last drive. What will happen here?
Single, slot. Green 39! Green 39!
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when we talk about 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that with his performance.
So here we go.
Tight end right.
Receivers in the
Patriot!
Takes him forward because he knows he's going through the grind, which is right. He's trying to work his way through all that.
Tight end Pringle!
Really well done.
Here we go!
Really nice sight line to his receiver. Almost in a direct shot. They were throwing points to move the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
We're down. Here we go! Lead!
At some point, arm strength is going to come into the conversation. I'm really impressed by what I saw on that throw on the out route.
Right. He's done right.
Up in an empty set.
Blue ready! Bring out.
Passing yardage wise, now over 350 in this game. Definitely that, which usually means that they have pressure on Charles trying to cover. If you're a defensive back,
here we go now! Green 39!
The key to everything, if you're doing it, Chiefs touchdown. Danny Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Chiefs are able to get closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays that are able to correct on both counts. Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. There are any speed limits out there, and he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This field at the 2. The Texans now. And they were able to pitch it in the end zone last time, but they're looking to do that again here for the defense. So we're looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
Punch counter punches, and each team has the advantage. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield.
10-3-19! All right, now, look at 56! Look at 56!
And they put this game on ice in the
games went to the second half. I think it's a little bit of a surprise to me. That was one he should have called.
Here we go. Screen 39. Screen 39.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one after this. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Here we go now. 319. 319.
Name the game for defense pressure on the
Good.
with contact. That's how you end up winning.
Set. Green 39. Over. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Detroit. Over. Here we go. All right, now look at 56. Look at 56. Over.
all of that gibberish, and oh my gosh, AC Bunk doesn't know when to just get the punting team out there. Coach Landry listens to AC Bunk too much, and it gets all frustrated afterwards.
Situation, big third down, back in here, third down play. Make sure you focus just a little bit extra. Get in that situation.
Single. I got 87. Here we go now. Green.
This is just like the Celtics never being structured. I think there's so many things. Like receiver, some touches to run back to the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Let's go.
Here we go.
Better execution and enthusiasm. Ran to the football and caused a nice play to last yardage.
It's a full receiver.
Detroit!
It's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it and not do a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is get looking to jam the receivers at the line here.
Watch it now, Marty! Now let's go!
Team that has this defense. And heading back on the field now, the Texans defense. And now Big knows where the shape of their car. They're hoping to continue that momentum in their direction. But maybe another kick. There's Big knows momentum, right? Momentum. And right now, he's hoping that. Second down here after the incomplete pass. Three receivers to the left. One to the right. That'll leave him with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Green 39! Green 39!
Here we go with 2nd and 7.
Hey, 17 George, 117. Trip! Detroit!
And the defense with their backs against the wall over their hands of the offenses in the red zone. They come out
Here we go! Green 39! Green 39! Look at 56! Look at 56!
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
What time? How do you want?
It's a 5-receiver set.
Sometimes the coverage is so good that I wish you would, but you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find something wrong with them. It's a good
Let's go! Green 39! Green 39!
The Texans on their respective sidelines. We take a break.
Keep it moving.
Offside. Defense.
Expecting runs, so much for that, but that's it, they scored.
The head coach from the offensive coordinator, you've got four weapons here. We're going to go for it. We're going down. This is a disaster. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If he didn't get it here, he had the field, they would come back inside.
And he puts it through. On the one side, if you try to take away something positive for this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there in the last play, but still,
Yeah, I'd say give him points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. I often wonder, when the game is set and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point? It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Houston, they at least get the win here to earn a split of their first two home games. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
Oh my gosh, next week. You remember last season? Texans and the Patriots, HT Bum, they forfeited. They just walked off the field in anger. Because fans were throwing stuff at Bum. I said this before, one fan threw his wife at the Bum. And she tackled the Bum. And that's it. HT Bum and Coach Landry said enough is enough with this BS. They just walked off the field and forfeited. And after much negotiations, I don't know. I don't know who won. I think the Patriots won. I think they were leading, or it was tied, or it just got rowdy. Now, next week, Texans, Patriots. If it's over there in New England, things are going to get very, very nasty. Louis Theologian Derelict, hard liver. I mean, he parties. He's to the excessive. He is into the gluttony of the lover of sin. Calls himself the Pharaoh and his crew They put on a lot of weight, but they claim they can take it off in time. 470 yards. I kid you not. 470 yards, 2 touchdowns. Louis Theologian Derelict. This is the quarterback that many years ago pretended to be Joe Montana, and we actually broadcast those 49er games was the Cowboys. And then there's H.T. Bomb, 261 yards, 3 touchdowns. Jennifer Welter, 9 receptions, 136 yards. Hope Solo, 11 receptions, 140 yards. Well, there's no anticipation of anybody wanting to make changes at this time. So we're putting this on standby in case the Kansas City Chiefs want to make changes. So with that having been said, that be that, we're trying to recruit some more female athletes. I know there's a lot of male purists out there who want football to stay man cave. Understand? I understand. But because women are a growing percentage of fans of the NFL, of football, they're there, people. Come on, man. They're there. This is the 21st century. You have to either adapt, or what are you going to do? Get frustrated and lash out? This is what is. You may not like it, and you can fight it and stop participating in football altogether, or you can embrace it and say, hey, that was a great play. Oh, wow, Ronda Rousey, she made a great play right there. Patricia Pelikas, you can appreciate the effort. Or you can say, wow, that was a great defense that slammed Hope Solo down on the ground. Whatever gets your juices running. It's a good thing, people. It's called progress. You ought to try it. You'll like it. Once was a time when black people were not allowed to be in the sports. And you had Jesse Owens, Jim Brown, a lot of early football players had to deal with the Klan in the South when those games were played. And a lot of black football players that today are completely integrated in the NFL. At one time, black people were not allowed or tolerated in the man cave of football. That's the way it was. Well, it's not that way anymore. And are we the worst? Are we the worst because of Herschel Walker, Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, Gale Sayers, Jim Brown, Warren Moon? Is football that eroded, that terrible now? Or do you appreciate when Tony Dorsett hustles and gets a lot of yards? Do you appreciate Jerry Rice? How is it a bad thing? Jerry Rice, a touchdown. The 49ers dynasty era. Just think about it, people. The man cave is still the man cave. It just has some extras that make watching these games just that much more interesting. Don't bust a head brain over this like they did when black people were allowed to play football. They busted a lot of brain cells and anger towards black people in football. That's the way it was back then, people. I'm old enough to remember.